Hey y'all, my name is Jasmine Jones and I am a licensed clinical social worker, and you are now watching Black Girl, a Therapist in the Wild, this little show I like to call Therapist Sips and Reviews. And today we are reviewing Abbott Elementary Season 5, Episode 3, Ballgame, and we are sipping on sake with a couple drops of Kool-Aid liquid because it tastes like vinegar without it. It's God. Sometimes you just gotta doctor some shit up. That's all. So yeah, dude, you just gotta doctor some shit up. How y'all doing? These are the episodes that remind me why this show is my comfort show. It's just the cutest little episode. The gang all went to the ballpark and they had a little adventure. This whole experience for them. It was magical, and I enjoyed watching it. It was wonderful. And like, it was just so cute. Like, so basically it was teacher appreciation night, right? And so Ava gets like 6 tickets, 7 tickets. She had 5 more left, and she already had 2 for her and her nigga. So 7 tickets to the baseball game that they have over there. The Phillies, that's the name of them. I don't know sports. Don't do me. Janine found things she enjoyed in it. I would just be sitting up there just happy that my nigga's happy. Look at him. Look at him and his excitement, and just look at him. Yes. Like, I would have had a book. I would have had my phone out. Like, no, the noise, the smells, this is not holding my attention for long periods of time like it should. Like, it wouldn't be enjoyable like it was for Janine at the end for me. But we're all different. She had to find, like, she likes community and all this other stuff. For me, I would just enjoy that my niggas, look at him doing his hobby. I'm the type that I just like to observe the people I care about doing things. Like, I literally have sat up here and watched my cat eat her food, and I thought it was just the cutest thing in the world. Look at her little mouth just... Niggas don't like that though. You know, I literally have sat and watched a nigga eat food and been like, look, he has 3 muscles in that side of his jaw when he chews. I literally be sitting there just like, you know, with my Korean drama on my phone and my earplugs in, and then just every time he stood up, I'd just be like, look at him. That would be my show. That's my show. Like, I don't care about this. I know, I'm horrible. I don't even like concerts unless I can sit down. Like, I'm not standing up for hours, and I want to be in the VIP sections. I have a bad back. The music is fun, but like, after the first hour, my back hurts. So if I can't sit down, we have a problem here. So, you know, it is what it is. That's why I like plays. Plays, it's like watching the television, but it's in real life, and it's magical. No, my mom used to take me to little black plays when I was a kid. Like, it wasn't Tyler Perry. It was like these other black plays. I don't know. I don't remember. It was in the 90s. But I remember her taking me to these little black plays. But anyway, so they all go to the baseball game. I do think it's kind of fucked up that, like, you can tell that they're like a clique within the school, but the show's about them. So it's kind of like, how would you incorporate the other teachers into this? This is like a special type of show. Like, apparently, like, this was shot at a live baseball game that actually happened, and that hadn't been done since like Curb Your Enthusiasm, some show about some old white man complaining about shit. I'm so horrible. I don't know. And so, like, this was like a whole thing, and so I can see why. I just wish that, like, maybe that's a part of the season though, like the noticing of them being a clique and getting special treatment by the other teachers. And then there's like a fallout, because I mean, there hasn't really been fallouts. This is like a comfort thing, so it's kind of like it's like a slice of life. There hasn't been any humongous fallouts in this show. So, you know, I feel like, you know, maybe it's a possibility, but, you know, we'll see. And so, like, they're at the game, right? And like, Ava's being like controlling, because she wants to have this specialized experience because she's a bad bitch that dated celebrities and sports playing people and always had to sit in the stands to watch her niggas play their sports and then have a nigga sitting with her. And so she wanted to do like the normal things that normal people do when they go to games, and their partner isn't one of the players. And so I'm not necessarily mad about it, but you know, it was controlling, like the way she did it. Like she was just like, I think when you're so focused on an objective sometimes and you got like issues and shit, it makes you hyper focus on that objective and on the steps to getting to that objective, and you don't understand why nobody else around you is that focused on the objective, and so then you end up looking crazy. That's why I just be doing shit for myself, because I just don't I can be hyper focused on this and plan it out and plot it out and get it done. I call them missions. I can go on a mission and get that bitch done, okay? But taking other people along with me and expecting them to follow through with the plan that I have created to get this shit done so that we can get the result that I want to get, that's a harder thing to do. And then you got to compromise because they don't want to do, like, you didn't want to put the lip mask on so my lips can be glossy after we kiss and shit. Then you got to go to the bathroom and shit. Like, nigga, this was planned and plotted. And so you forget about you become less self-aware, and you forget about the people around you and how you're affecting them and what they want to do. And you just be like, why are you ruining this? Like, oh gosh, I mean, the way that nigga loves her down and is able to set boundaries, though, it's like my cat, how my cat loves me. Like, you know, it's like I be a little Elmira-ish and I be smothering her sometimes and shit, and she don't like it. So like she'll run off and like need to recuperate for like an hour or so. But I know that she loves me because of her own volition. She will come up and snuggle in the crook of my legs, or like when I'm laying like this, she might in the front or something by herself, like, even though I'm annoying as fuck. And so like the way he set the boundaries, even though she was being annoying and shit, like he loved her down. Like, I don't care. Like, that's all we asked for. Like, love me even in my annoying moments, and you know, just set a boundary and like we can talk about it. I love how they illustrated them talking about it, because Ava has been set up as one of these black women that are like hard to love, like, you know, hood, strong black woman, like I get it from the dirt, I do what the fuck I want to do, independent, and then they call them hard to love and all this other stuff, push niggas away, you know, has a high self-worth value and ain't gonna put up with your bullshit and all this other stuff. And so like to have somebody in your life, they have to not be intimidated by that. And a lot of niggas are intimidated by that. So her making little faces and not having this nigga crash out because she made a face. Y'all have experienced that before, women. You just be going along with what these niggas saying, even though you don't like it, but you make a face or you get quiet or something because you still can't mask it completely. And they just crash the fuck out because they can sense that you're upset about some shit. And then they start just going off like, see, this is why I don't, and you just sitting there like, the fuck is wrong? I said okay, like, why are you tripping? And the fact that he wasn't doing that shit, he was just like, yeah, you know, you kind of controlling this shit. Like, what's going on? Like, why it's like, I mean, like, her shit was a little bit shallow, but it's also a reminder of who she used to date and like the experiences that she would like to have in a regular relationship. But that's not the way to go about it, girl. Like, those are conversations. Like, that's why you had to talk to that nigga about it before you got there, when you were in privacy of your home and shit. This is why I am being very strict about wanting to do these activities at this game. You just gotta explain it and then hope that they get it and won't make you feel fucked up about it. And like, you know, do it. Just sit and be on a kiss cam and shit. But I liked how he came back around and basically he took a selfie of them as like a contingency plan, and then sent it in to the people so that they would still be up on the screen during the game. And so he still did it. He still cared about the fact that she wanted to have that experience, but like, she should have waited till he like went to the bathroom when he wanted to go to the bathroom. Like he said it, like I was gonna wait till the next inning. I was gonna sit here with you and wait and see if the thing came on and shit. But you sitting up here telling me that I can't go to the bathroom when I want to go to the bathroom. So it is what it is. We missed the kiss cam, and I was just like, I mean, he ain't wrong. Like, he ain't wrong. So I can't be mad at like Lil Shamarmar because I don't care. No, it's canon now because Mr. Johnson said it. Like, it's canon. Like, that's Lil Shamarmar. That's Lil, I don't even know that nigga's name. Like, some O'Shaughnessy. No, his name is just Lil Shamarmar. It's Lil Baby Shamar Moore. Like, and so, like, the nigga wasn't wrong. So I can't be mad at him for setting a boundary and being like, look, like, and then I like how he gently, but like dominantly, like when she was trying to make him put the lip gloss on, was like, nah, babe. And she made a face like, and then he was just like acting normal and let it go. Like, like, no, because niggas in those situations that have poor self-awareness or like are hair trigger emotionally, you make a face and they just like crash that, like, see, this is why I don't do, and you just, I didn't even say nothing. Like, I accepted the boundary even though it was kind of annoying. Like, it's just, you don't want me to put the lipstick gloss on. You did, okay, that's what makes you uncomfortable. Just because I understand it don't mean it's like it's not gonna be slightly annoying because I wanted it to happen. But you know, you're not a mannequin, you're not a Barbie doll. You reminded me of that, so like that's why I didn't say nothing when you said no. Like, I don't understand why you crashing the hell out. Like, they can't stand the aura of guilt, the essence of anger, the slight annoyances that they cause in people's lives because, you know, they're a lot of them are traumatized and it's not self-aware of how they affect people, not consciously self-aware, but they're subconsciously aware because that's why they act like that because they get guilty and they don't like that feeling. So they crash out on you on the smallest thing, even though you accepted their decision of what they wanted to do or whatever. Just because you made a face, like, you can't, but I like how they illustrated that because they were able to solve a conflict with her still having an attitude and being annoyed without him crashing out. And you saw that when he didn't crash out and he just told her how he felt because she's semi-healthier than most people that have issues and stuff. She was just like, explain to him why she wanted what she wanted. And there was like, I thought that was magical. And then he was like, well, that's kind of superficial, but I mean, like, I kind of sort of whatever, like, I did this, so I hope you like that. No, because that was her own way of like doing cute shit with him. That's all it was. She just wanted to do cute shit with him. She just didn't know how to do it without being controlling. Because maybe like in the past it's been hard to do cute shit with niggas, or like the cute shit is just they buy you shit and then that's it. Like, they don't hold your hand when you walk in, they don't say nice things to you all the time and shit. They just was buying her shit. Like, that's why I said money is just part of the pillar, part of the requirement, part of the package. Because if they got financial stability but they ain't got emotional stability, well, you have enough money, my dear, to hide a body underneath your mansion at this point, and I need to get the fuck away from you. Like, rich crazy niggas are different than poor crazy niggas. Like, rich crazy niggas can hire motherfuckers to make you disappear and no one would ever find the fuck out. They have disposable income. Poor crazy niggas will try to do that shit themselves and you most likely will see them coming. You're not gonna see the rich crazy nigga come in because he's gonna hire somebody to pull up on you in a van while you're walking down the street to get into your apartment and just snatch you up and take you just take you away into the ether, and no one's gonna know why, what happened, how did it happen, nothing. It'll just be like, what happened to Jasmine? I don't know, she's disappeared like a long time ago. It was 20 years and She been gone. That thing, nigga, you about to steal my life from me. I have things that I want to do in life and shit, and you may not care because you see me as an object, but I don't see myself as an object. Absolutely not. So based off the way she be acting around niggas, I'm gonna think that niggas didn't show up for her in certain ways in her past relationships. Maybe just didn't show up emotionally for her, and so there's like this lack of vulnerability that happens. You feel like you have to take up the mantle, you have to plan everything, you have to da. And now she got a nigga where she don't gotta take up the mantle, she ain't gotta plan everything. And so like that's a transition. You gotta transition. Because it's one thing to go to therapy and work through all of the not trusting men type shit and whatever, but like it's another thing to actually experience someone showing up for you and not making you feel shittily about yourself when you are like not at your best. Or even when you're at your best. Like some of them niggas want to tear you down when you're at your best. They're ops. So it's like it was beautiful to see the culmination, the build up and the culmination and the release of that experience for both of them. And they look so cute together, and it's magical, and she got her nigga and he loved her, and I want this to stay a slice of life. Like I want this to be the slice of life black people should know, because we don't have mainstream slice of life fucking shows for black people like that. Like we had Insecure, and there was a little drama here and there, but no, it was still like slice of life. It wasn't like extreme. People weren't dying and you got 50 niggas that you cheating on me with and blah, 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 blah. Like no, it was just like life. And it was black people, and it was weird. And I just want more of that. I just want something that makes me feel calm when I watch it, and it's my people, and I just want that. I don't care what you're talking about. So like to see that this didn't get dramatic, it's like calms your nervous system down, because literally when you watch stuff like this, like literally as a black woman seeing this black relationship, I am waiting for that nigga to crash the hell out on this bitch. Like last week I was like, bitch, you being controlling. This nigga's gonna leave you. He's gonna crash the hell out on you. He's gonna leave you, girl. And to see how he handles her, like, and it's just like letting her know how she's making him feel without diminishing her and her wants and her needs. Like he gets that she wants to do cute shit, but like nigga, like you can't control every step of the cute shit that you want us to do, to the point where I can't even go to the bathroom when I want to, and then you trying to put this lip shit on me that I'm just a little bit too masculine to be putting on me. Like it is what it is. Some niggas is like that. Some of they just wear chapstick, and they just the lumberjack type niggas. Whether they gay or straight, they just be extra masculine, and I don't mind that. As long as you bathe regularly and you keep your fingernails clean, and you still have some semblance of a skincare routine, so your face doesn't fall into disgrace and despair, while mine looks amazingly gorgeous. And then the next thing you know, we're the same age and we're in our 50s, and I look like I'm 35 and you look like you're 80. Absolutely not. So some semblance of a skincare routine, you keep yourself healthy, wealthy, and wise, and all this other stuff. Like you don't have to put the nail polish on if you don't want to. You don't have to put the lip gloss on, as long as you put some chapstick, because lips are dry and shit. It is like, I don't mind. I like a little lumberjack nigga, a little rough and tumble, because I'm niggerish sometimes, and I need somebody to just calm that down in me and shit. I have a lot of masculine energy and shit. A lot of self-confidence, and I'll cuss a bitch out. I will. I don't care, girl. The way I'll cuss a nigga out, and if they don't leave me alone, I'll hurt your feelings. I will hurt your feelings. I will say something to you that will just break your heart. Girl, don't back me into a corner and make me turn into something vicious. anyway, so they got their little screen time on the big screen and stuff like that, and then they got to meet the little nigga at the end, and then this nigga Shamar Mar is over here coming up with I would have thought this was cute. I was like, look at my nigga, look at him, he's fanciful. Look at you fanciful nigga with your daydreams and your imagination. Like, that would just be so cute to me. Niggas don't like you observing them. I don't know, like, they don't love themselves enough to see what I see in them, and so but anyways, he's trying to figure out if Mr. Johnson is this nigga and this nasty ass fuck. No, I don't like them motherfuckers in them costumes, because ever since I was a kid, ever since I realized there were people in those costumes, I remember the moment that I found out that there were people in those costumes. I was 5 years old at Chuck E. Cheese. Chucky was standing up against the wall, just standing there chilling. I went up to that motherfucker, grabbed his hand, saw that there was a line between the wrists like this, and I was just like, why does that look? And then I pulled back the costume, and I saw this white skin underneath, and I was just like, the fuck? No, you cannot see their eyes, their face. You don't know their intentions. You can't see their body language, and they're just up here touching people. Like, you see how he was touching Janine? Like, I don't know who this is. I don't know. I couldn't give a description if some shit happened. I know it sounds crazy. I'm not crazy. Like, when I have kids, like, I'm going to take them to Disneyland, and I'm not going to put that shit on them. But I bet you what, they want to take pictures with them motherfuckers. I'm keeping a motherfucking eye on that nigga, on where your hands is at, what you saying to my baby. I don't care. I ain't gonna show it to my children, but I'm be thinking it. I don't trust them niggas in them costumes and shit. I don't care. It's supposed to be pretend. No, it's not pretend when it's a person in there that you don't know who the fuck they are. It's just kids and teenagers in them costumes, and they need a job. No, it's not. It's not always kids and teenagers in there. You know how the economy is. Motherfuckers that have master's degrees are working at McDonald's and shit, nigga. Them is grown ass people. and teenagers be fucking around. So see, no, I don't know who's in that motherfucking costume. But I'm keeping an eye on them motherfuckers. I don't want to take a picture with you. Like, when I was at Disney, I don't take a picture with them niggas in them costumes. I don't trust you. I don't want you touching me. I don't see your eyeballs. I don't see your soul. So I don't trust you. Motherfuckers gonna be like, yeah, she's crazy. No. I like to see the eyes, the white of your eyes when I'm talking to you and shit, nigga. When I'm experiencing you and shit, nigga. And if I can't see your eyeballs, you are a danger to me, nefarious. Them niggas in them costumes are nefarious. That's uncanny and nefarious, and I don't like it. I don't like that I can't see your face, that there is a real person in here. It could be Jeffrey Dahmer in one of them costumes. You don't know who is in that costume. That's a real person. I don't trust that. They were all excited about taking a picture, and then this nigga grab Janine's head and she was all like, oh, that hurts. And I would just be like, nigga, if you don't stop touching me, don't touch me. I don't know you. I don't know who's in there. I don't know what you look like. Don't touch me. I'll try to be nice about it. Like, no, I'm okay. I'm good. I don't do, just like when I went to the strip club with my friends, and them strippers knew that I just didn't want to be touched by it. It was gross. Like the male strip club, and then they be dancing all up on you and shit, and they would smell like baby oil and BO, and just, God. They could tell because this little skinny one came up and tried to dance on me, and the other bigger, cuter niggas around him were like, they saw my face, was like, oh, and they were like, hey, get up off of her, get up off of her. I didn't want that man to, he smelled like BO and baby oil, and I was just like, why do people come here? Like, why? I don't understand what the what the, like the bitches at the women's strip club, they be doing the acrobatics and flipping on the pole and shit. But like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to be around a bunch of naked mother, because I can smell you. And that would be so off-putting. You smell like sweat. You smell like baby oil. You smell like a little bit of like perfume and shit, and it's gross. It makes me feel nauseated. Maybe like some sweaty genital smell is mixed in. Like, I don't want to be involved in strip club because it's nausea. It's the sensory overload. I can smell you, and it makes me nauseous. Like, other people don't have what I have apparently, and they can't smell them like I can smell them, but I can smell these people. And you know how many smells come off of a naked body? Like, I want a husband though. Like, she sit up here talking about serial killers and the damn mascot. You don't know. Gacy, John Wayne Gacy dressed up like a clown and shit, and was killing them babies and shit. Girl, you don't know what's in them costumes. Is all I'm saying. Okay, so I don't trust it. But anyways, little Shamar was up here trying to figure out Mr. Johnson was the little mascot for the Phillies and shit. Come to find out, he just knew the mascot. It went way back or whatever. So Mr. Johnson knows who's in that costume. And, he was just getting up because he had to pee. When you get older, your kidneys, I have kidney disease running in my family. You got to take hydrangea roots. I take hydrangea root supplements to help prevent that potentially happening to me. They basically keep your kidneys good. I take that shit every day. 2 in the morning, 2 at night. It's magical. It is. It keeps your urine running good. Your kidneys. It's supposed to get rid of kidney stones. Hydrangea root supplements. Yes. Like, what is she talking about? Because I can't. Like, so you gotta pee more when you get older and shit. It is what it is. It's a vibe, So she was just like, Ava was just like, oh, you really believe that, huh? And he was just. She looked all upset. I would have thought that shit was cute. I was like, look at you being fanciful and shit. He probably want to know who in the suit too, trying to figure it out and shit. And they be trying to keep it secret and shit. Could be a whole serial killer up in that suit. A whole motherfucking murderer, a whole killer is in that suit. He touches on the baby. Like, it's nefarious. It's nefarious. You're a child molester or a serial killer in that suit. When I see you, you're the most extreme of us. I don't care, because I can't see your eyes, so I can't see your soul, so I don't want to fuck with you. But it's for the babies. To see how it's for the babies though, you let your babies go up to some stranger that you can't even see their face. You don't know what they doing. You don't know like how they interacting and stuff. I don't care. I don't trust it. I keep a hawk eye on my children. I'll just be like, I don't care. So then we got Gregory and Janine. And so at first Janine is like not with the baseball and the stuff, and she don't know nothing about it. She bought this big ass satchel and she was gonna read a book and shit while the game was going on, and like they wouldn't let her in with this big bag, because I didn't know they wouldn't let you in with them big ass bags like that. I mean, like I have to have a kit, so that I can have stuff to do, and like, so I can't come in there with my bag with my kit. Okay. See, another reason I don't want to go to this. Why are you so? Because. And so she goes in there and like she started getting into it, like the energy of the crowd, like Gregory's trying to show her what the game like, and then like when she went to go put her little tote bag back in the car, it was so cute. Like they was trying to run and she couldn't run because she was shorter than him, so he picked her up and started. I was like, that's her nigga, like that is her man, and it's magical. Like, what if they got together in real life? I would cry. I would just be like, but it would have to be wholesome, and they have to actually be in love and shit. It can't be on some bullshit and it ruins their work dynamic. Say never mind, because no. Shut up, bitch. Oh God. So anyway, she's sitting in the stands having a good old time. She wore this like baseball like hard hat and shit because she thinks she's gonna get hit by a ball and stuff. But as she's getting into the game, building community and all this other stuff, like she takes it off, right? And so then, like, she gets hit in the head with a ball, like, right in the soft spot. And I just feel like, like, that spot still stays soft. Like, when I feel it, it's like a dent right there in the middle. Like, I couldn't be bald. I have a lumpy head and shit, nigga. Like, and then it's flat in the back. It's just, like, flat. No, it feels sensitive. There's like a dent right there. Like that's why the hair is gonna keep. Like someone come up behind me and try to hit me with a baseball bat in the top of my head and shit. Like this is gonna help cushion and protect me from. No, the soft spot is right there. It's still sensitive even as you get older. I don't care what you're talking about. But she got hit in the middle of her soft spot and then had to go to the medic and shit. And so that's when she was in there talking about how she led a game, gave this little speech and shit, and was like cute and shit. And he was like, Gregory was just so happy that she liked the shit that he liked and shit like that. I can like the shit my nigga like. Why it gotta be I have to like sports to like the shit I like anime and video games and horror and sci. There's so many topics. Why do I have to like everything? I don't have to like everything a nigga like. I can just enjoy that he's happy. Like, look at him. He's jumping up and wow, look at the way his arms go when he like, whoo, and we gonna fuck after this. Like I just turned my own self on. That's what happens when you're observant. Every little movie, man. I love watching a nigga eat that got like a strong jaw and shit. And then when he eat, the muscles right here does a thing, and it's just like that is look how strong his jaw is. Like and you're like, wow, look how his skin is glistening. So magical, so beautiful. Anyways. Oh god. Anyways, so like the dude comes in from the team and offers them to get to see the mascot, and I was just like with Gregory, I was like, why the fuck? Like I want a season pass. Like at the very least you can sell that shit. You can sell them tickets or something. I don't know, but like he comes in and he's like, oh, it's something even better than the season pass. It's you get to meet the mascot. Nigga, the way I would have put my foot to Janine's like, oh, the mascot, oh my god, I would have been like, absolutely not. I'm injured. I can have a concussion. I want a season pass for me and all my niggas and shit. Like why would you think I would want to see this nigga in his dirty ass costume that could be a serial killer, a child molester? Like why would you like I don't care. I'd have been pissed off. I'd been like, why would I don't want to see this nigga. Like so mean. Like I never even considered that. I know you didn't consider it. You just up here letting your kids get hugged all up on by Winnie the Pooh at Disneyland. That's not Winnie the fucking Pooh, bitch. That is a stranger in a costume. You don't know who that is, and you're not keeping an eye on what they're doing when they hugging up on your children. I'm just saying, keep an eye on them. You can let the children. You don't want to take the children's innocence and be like, no, you can't hug Winnie the Pooh and shit or Tigger or whatever the fuck. No, but you need to keep a motherfucking eye on these niggas because you don't know who's in that motherfucking costume. At least the ones that dress up like the other characters that you can see their face. You can see their face, like the Princess Tiana and the Captain Jack and shit. You can see them niggas' faces and shit. But like them niggas in them costumes with their face covered, like I can't see you. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you thinking. I want the season pass. Like I don't like baseball, but it could be something to do occasionally. And then sometimes I could just sell that shit. I could just sell. I mean, I don't know. They be locking down on tickets now. You got to like add your face to it and do all this. So I might not be able to sell it, but I'd still take the season pass over talking to this nigga in this costume. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. See, I don't. So mean. Anyway, so they decide to go see the nigga in the costume, and that's what happens at the end. But then we got like Melissa and like Jacob. They over here, like Jacob is excited about the green carbon footprints and stuff of the base, and that's all he's focused on, and he's hyper fixated on it, and it's annoying. It is. That's why you got to be self-aware even when you're neurodivergent. Like, I had to learn that just because I'm excited about something and want to talk about it ad nauseum does not mean that everybody around me wants to talk about it ad nauseum. And I had to learn that also from other people that come up and want to talk to me about their things that excite them, and they want to talk to me about it ad nauseum, and I don't give a fuck, and I'll just mask and try to match their level of excitement so that they can feel like I care. But I just be like, oh, that's so cool, because I just be thinking in my head, oh, they just want to tell somebody about this, so and then try to end the conversation as soon as possible. Like, I'm not gonna stand there and listen to, unless like I care about you or some shit, then it's like I'm excited because you're excited. But if I don't give a fuck about you, like, oh yeah, wow, so wow. So I get it. Like, it's annoying. It's annoying. And I don't be liking Jacob like that. So it's just like, it just adds to the, like, I don't know. So, it is important to know, like, we killing the earth with this AI at this point. Like, it's just adding to everything else that we were doing to kill the earth. So it's going to happen faster than it was going to happen before because of the AI and shit. And so, like, I get it, but it's like, you brought it up once. You don't need to bring it up again and again and again and again and again when don't nobody around you give a shit. Like, go look at the trash cans by yourself, love. Like, I'll tell people one time that I'm excited about something, and if they're not excited about it, then I'll just be like, well, I'm gonna go do it myself then. Like, the fuck, I'll be excited about my damn self. Like, like, until God sends me the people in my life that are either excited about the things I'm excited about, or they're excited that I'm excited because they care about me and they're observant too, and they like how I look and how I act when I'm excited, just like I like how they look and how they act when they're excited and stuff. You gotta find what works. And so, like, Melissa's tired of him talking about this shit, so she basically challenges him to eating like 9 hot dogs and 9 beers in 9 innings. And I was just like, that's nasty. Like, no, like, I have like a hot dog here and there, just because I get like a fixation on it sometimes, and I just want a hot dog, and then like, I might eat it for like a couple days and then I'd be done with it. Like, I like to get them hot links from the store and put them in the air fryer and shit. It's like, why are you talking about that? Because I want to. And then burn them, like, basically cook them till they're like crispy, but like still like meaty on the inside, but like not too meaty, because I don't like my meat chewy and soggy, and it's nasty. And so, like, I get it, but like, ew, you don't eat 9 of them things in one day. That's disgusting. That's just, you're gonna have the runs and worms, maybe, I don't know, unless you do your herbal journey and take some herbs after you eat that to flush out your system of the disgrace, some soursop, some just some moringa, some like, literally I got on an herbal journey because I would just think about shit that's going on with me, like, okay, what are good herbs for your mood to help chill you out? And that's how I found adaptogens and shit. And then what are herbs for your digestions and stuff? And that's how I found probiotics and prebiotics and digestive enzymes and shit. What are herbs for your down there parts and stuff, your uterus and shit? And then that's how I found the myoinsitol. That's what the PCOS girlies be taking and shit. And then, because I'm scared to death of getting cancer, because everybody I know that has died from that shit, I take the soursop every single day because that's supposed to shrink cancer tumors and shit. And I feel like if you take those as preventative measures, when you go to the hospital to get checkups and stuff, you ain't gonna come up with nothing. Like, my cholesterol, I be eating bad as fuck. My cholesterol is always good. My blood pressure is always good. Like, everything is always it's a preventative. The herbs are prevention. And then the Western medicine is when you actually got some shit and they got to cut you open and shit. And no, you use them both in tandem. Use them together. You don't use one over the other. Because if you got a cancer tumor that's humongous, the soursop isn't going to do much. But if you got a cancer tumor that's humongous and you go to the doctor and you start getting chemo, apparently to some of the people that be talking about soursop and they be on chemo, it eases you through the chemo a little bit better. I'm not a doctor though, so don't, because no, that's why I said you got to use the Western with the herbs. You don't know. But apparently to some of the people that have had cancer and took the soursop and was on chemo, for some of them people, it helped ease them through the chemo and helped the process be a little bit easier and then have all them weird ass side effects that you usually get from chemo. For some people that have put reviews on the Amazon and the Reddit and stuff like that. So no, I'm not a doctor though. So I'm not saying like if you got cancer, all you need to do is take soursop and that's it and don't go to the doctor. Absolutely not. Absolutely, go to the doctor. They have the machinery to see inside of your body to see what's actually going on. Like, don't sit up here and chance it, sitting up here taking vitamins and shit. Like, I got a doctor's appointment coming up soon just to check all my shit that I need to be checked. Just a little checkup and shit. Just because you never know. Like, D'Angelo died, y'all. Like, and then I was scared because like when Diane Carroll died, I felt bad. I was like, oh no, she was in the First Wives Club. And I've been watching all these nostalgic movies from like the 90s and like old show tunes and shit from like the 50s and the 60s and shit. So I was feeling a little nostalgic already. And then she died. So I was like, oh no, she died. And then come to find out this bitch up here caping for that nigga that basically raped his children and then married one later on. Like, I just motherfucking Woody Allen, like, and then she caped for him like recently, like in 2018, talking about I don't believe he did that, and he's always gonna be my friend. And then now it's even weirder that she basically has been wearing this outfit in various different like ways from Annie Hall. Like, she's been wearing the same outfit from Annie Hall in various different ways for decades. Before I was just like, well, maybe she's like, the white people call him butch, and maybe she's just like butch and shit, and like she like masculine and she just like to wear suits and shit. No, she's been wearing different variations of that Annie Hall outfit since the movie came out, caping for a nigga that raped his children, and then married one of them and had babies with one of them, and probably is over there molesting and hung out with Epstein, and probably is over there molesting his children with the child that he molested. And I just am, I felt disgusted that I was like sad that she died. Don't give a fuck. No, because she a pick me bitch, and like she picked me for a child molester, and I don't care. So then I was like, oh God, what if? Because D'Angelo, like, as soon as I heard he died, I had a flashback to being like 13 years old in my family's den watching that video. How does it feel? And just being in awe of all of it. And like, I know like they overly sexualized him and that's why he started covering up and all this other shit, but like that was a momentous occasion for my childhood girlhood self. And so like it was just sickening and sad that this man had died, and I just wanted to be sad about it. So I was like waiting. I was like, well, what if he like did some shit to somebody? You can't grieve nobody that you don't know, because you find out later on they done raped the teenager or some shit. And I ain't heard nothing. So I'm gonna feel bad. I'm gonna feel sad. And just say like, y'all need to be out here taking care of your health and getting on an herbal journey and going and getting your checkups at the doctor so they can look inside your body and make sure that you ain't got something growing inside of you that you didn't even know was there. And like you just need to be on top of that. You just need to like be on top of that. And so, right. What was I talking about before that? But yeah, that's why you don't eat all them hot dogs and shit, because you're gonna get worms. So Jacob ends up eating like most of the hot dogs, like except for one, and drinking all this beer and shit. And then come to find out, Melissa didn't even eat them things. She was stuffing them in her jacket. My thing was like she kept getting up to buy hot dogs, right? So like, why wouldn't you just throw it away? Like I don't know. I don't know. How could she have finessed that without having to like? I don't fucking know, but it was an interesting comedic situation. And so anyways, it was for a shelf in her cabinet, and she gave him the shelf anyways just for trying and not talking about the green imprint on the football the MLB stadium. Girl, I do not know sports. I don't know sport, because like for all of the excitement and the yelling and stuff, you don't realize how long you have to sit in between like motherfuckers actually like getting a home run, or like getting to home base, or like hours that you have to sit with them doing nothing. It's like watching them car races and you're waiting for a crash. It's like, nigga, like I would go to a car race over a baseball game. Like that's so morbid. I don't care. And watch that mother, because they walk away usually from the crashes because they like got the fireproof suits and they all strapped in and shit to make sure they don't break a bone. And you know, like I just feel like, shut up. You gotta sit and wait hours, and I guess you talk to the people around. I don't want to talk to the. I know you just so I don't want to. Like people think because you don't like to socialize like that, like you're a bad person or like you're weird or some shit. Like I don't have the urge to socialize. I don't often have the urge to socialize unless you're talking about something I care about. Like it is what it is. Like I don't most of the time people want to sit up here and talk about shit I don't care about, and so then I end up having to pretend I care about this topic that you're talking about in order, and I don't see the point of it. I don't see the like why. And that's how I knew I was neurodivergent and had some shit going on, because apparently you're not supposed to feel that way, and you're not talking about shit I'm interested in. So like you better be lucky that I'm even just having this fair weather conversation. Yeah, it was raining yesterday. Yeah, it was raining yesterday. It was cold. It was cold yesterday. I had to get my umbrella out. You say I had to get my umbrella out. Like I don't care. Like I don't care. Like literally, like no, because I grew up in a sports house. Like we would watch the sports. My mom, like, and it was all women. So I grew up around women that enjoyed sports, and I literally couldn't care less. Like I literally am still mad to this day that I missed the live taping of Mike Tyson biting Holyfield's ear off, because I was sitting there watching the fight with my mom and my aunt, and I got bored and walked out the motherfucking room. And then while I was halfway down the hallway, I just hear this screaming like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, what's going on? I go back and I run back, and I had missed it. They were replaying it, but it's nothing like seeing the actual live biting of the ear. And like, I was just like, this shit has been boring all the way up to this point. Like, how do you know that shit's gonna happen? How would you expect some shit like that to happen? Like, they just hitting each other. Like, this is violent. I don't really want to watch them hit each other in the face. Like, y'all is over here foaming at the mouth for this violence. And pure abject violence. Like, that's like a football game. Like, y'all over here foaming at the mouth. Like, I could do basketball, soccer. I'll sit through some shit. Like, but I don't want to sit through a football game. I don't want to sit through niggas hitting themselves in the forehead like and getting CTE. Like, this is violence. It's jarring. Like, I don't enjoy this. If my nigga enjoyed it, I would go, doesn't mean you're a bad person because you enjoy that type of shit. But like, I would not be able to make myself like that. Like, I just absolutely would not be able to be like okay with it. But I'd be happy that you're happy, love. Like, I would ask you though, like, why do you like this? I mean, I just see, I want a husband, and I just over here interrogating this nigga. I'm just wondering. I'm curious. Why do you like this? See, this is why I don't even take it. I'm just asking a question. You could have gave me a simple answer and just been like, I just, the excitement. Why is it exciting? See, I would have keep asking, like, why is it exciting? Because you don't know what's gonna happen. But like, okay. But like, that they're gonna hit each other in the forehead though. So like, why is that part exciting? Like, why is that part? And eventually it'll get down to them being so uncomfortable that they'll just admit that I like violence. I want a husband though. I enjoy violence. Violence makes me feel good. And if you were honest with me about that, I would be like, okay, but like, you wouldn't hurt people, would you? Like, and if they said, no, I wouldn't hurt people. I just, this is a way to relieve some steam and stuff. Okay, well, as long as you wouldn't hurt people, I just need to ask a question. I just need to make sure that you're not watching this because like, there's a monster inside of you that's going to murder me one day. I want a husband. None of this is going to change. None of this is going to. So that's why you have to like just like Ava has found her person that he has found her. Like, he kept trying for her too, nigga. Like, what did you see in that bitch that made you say, I'm gonna keep trying, ho? Like, what was she giving off? Because I need to be giving off that energy that says, I want you to keep trying, nigga. It's always the niggas I don't like. It's niggas with no money, niggas that are ugly, niggas. I just be getting pissed off. It's like they got the audacity, they got the courage. The ones that don't got everything you need them to have be having the courage to just bother you and shit. And like, I need you to prioritize yourself, love. Like, I need you. Like, I knew I had grown when it came to niggas and setting boundaries with niggas. Like, when I was about 34. I'm 38 right now. So when I was about 34. And I was talking to this nigga I had matched with on Hinge, right? We were just talking back and forth on the app and shit, and it was cool. Like, we was chit chatting and having, and then we had planned to meet at the end of the week and go out, right? And like, during the course of this conversation, in the very beginning of the conversation, this man told me that he had his security guard certificate. This man is about my age. He's about my age. Like, I think he was actually 40 something. He was like early 40s. Yep. He had his security guard certificate, but he was in between jobs. And I was sitting there, and the pick me in me was just like, but he's nice and he knows how to hold a conversation, and we seem to have things in common and emotionally and conversational wise and stuff. And the bad bitch in me was like, bitch, this nigga, what happened in his life that this nigga doesn't have a job at 40 and the only career path is to be a security guard? Like, and I felt bad for having those thoughts. That's why I dragged it for a week and just was conversating with him and shit. And I was just like, fuck, I don't want to be mean. And so then the day that we were supposed to go out, I just ghosted this motherfucker. I just didn't say anything to this nigga. And then he messaged me and he was like, oh, so you're not gonna say nothing? Are we still going out? No, he messaged me and he was like, are we still going out? And I didn't say shit. And then he was like, oh, so you're not gonna say nothing? And then he just stopped talking to me. And I was just like, yeah. Because sometimes you're gonna meet really nice people and they're just gonna be in a different place in life as you, and they're not gonna match who you are. Like, I need a nigga that already has money to buy a house. Like, I need a nigga that already has money to go half on a house, because like we gonna be dating maybe for 1 or 2 years and shit, and I'm already damn near 40 and shit, and then marriage probably at the 3rd year and shit, because I want to have babies and shit. I think, girl, early menopause is a thing. Now they talking about this perimenopause. Like, what the fuck are you talking? Oh my god. And so you want me to sit up here and you ain't even made it to the important, one of the important ladders in life, and just be okay with that. Like, you want me to be like, I'm going on trips, I'm traveling. Like, I think that year I went to Greece. You over here 42 in between jobs and shit, and your only path is a, security guard. Obviously we're at a different place in life. We are different, and you're not a bad person, I'm not a bad person. It's just we're not compatible in that area. And so, now I'm quicker on the uptake though. Like, I can have a conversation with a nigga and they can tell me something that doesn't match with what I want, and immediately cross them off of any potentiality of ever potentially forming it. Girl, absolutely not. They won't know. I'm just gonna, but but like, if they were to ask me out or some shit, I would say no. I would say, oh no, thank you. If they were to ask me why, I would just be like, oh, I'm just not interested. Like, and then if they tried to dig, these niggas want to dig. They want you to say the thing. And I don't know. Cause it's judgmental. These are things, this is the quiet part that you don't say out loud. It's judgmental. And so, and it's not my place to judge this person and his life journey, like, it's just my place to say that I don't want that life journey in my life journey because it doesn't match up. And I have a right to do that. Niggas out here will write a bitch off because they think her kneecaps are ugly, like some stupid shit. Like, so basically, like, I've gone to the level where niggas are, and it feels magical. It feels like I have this power inside of me to just not give a fuck about what they think or feel and just live my life regardless. And like, that power has taken a long time to form, but it's so beautiful, it's magical and stuff. And so like, I know what the fuck I want, and you're not gonna you have to know what you want. And so like, if I don't like something, I don't like it. If I do like something, I do like it. And like, if I care about you, I'll sacrifice doing something that I don't like just because you enjoy it. And I care about your enjoyment. And that's what love is the person cares about your enjoyment, even if they don't like the activity. And they're willing to occasionally do that with you. They don't need to do it every single time you do it. They just need to be consistent and doing it occasionally. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, I would go to the baseball game and sit up there and be on my phone with my earplugs watching a Korean drama. And, I would pay attention occasionally when shit happens, but like, I'm not gonna be it's loud like that nigga. You know what I noticed? It's the first nigga that stood up to cheer. His penis was right level to the back of Janine's head. Do you know people, like, they don't bathe properly and they sweat down there and it can permeate, waft out into the air? And that's what I would notice if I'm sitting here watching a Korean drama, minding my business, and these niggas are standing up around me with their penis in my face. Like, it's like when I'm on a plane, and why, like, I like the aisle seat for the leg room, like, because I take coach economy, it's cheaper and stuff. That's what allows me to have 2-week vacations instead of like 1 week and you flew on business class. Absolutely not. No. But I hate the aisle seat because niggas, I am a big person, so even if I'm slightly leaning, my shoulder, my head, something is gonna hang in the aisle, and I have to actively pay attention. And so it makes it hard for me to go to sleep because niggas And I know some of them are doing it on purpose, because you literally could, like, when I walk past people, I literally go to just not, I don't want to, and you're doing it slowly. They'll graze their whole crotch across whatever exposed part Girl, absolutely not. I do not like these sports events and shit. Oh God, the first time it happened, that was the last time it happened, because absolutely not. I'm never, like, I would take the window seat over the aisle seat, because you get to look out the window and you get to lean your head on against the thing, and that's a little extra room and shit. And like, because absolutely the fuck, girl, they will rate. Like, I literally have to do all of this because these niggas be trying to get as close as possible with their crotches. Like, girl, the things that women experience from these niggas, that I'm not the only fucking one that's experiencing that. Okay, y'all probably just talked yourself into thinking that it's not on purpose. It is, because you should have plenty of room when I'm going like this. Instead, it's like it leans into the seat, the seat area, where the crotch leans into the seat area where the nigga behind her whole penis was like very close to the back of her head, and it just made me think, I don't really care for these sporting and crowded events where people just, because I am a statuesque black woman, very tall, very big arms, legs, and my skin glows like the sun, and I'm beautiful and shit, and you can see me when I walk in a room. And people, it's intimidating to people. So when you walk into a room full of people that a good portion of them feel intimidated because they have low self-esteem and shit, or whatever the fuck's going on with them, I don't fucking know. You should find your own beauty and do your skincare and love yourself so you can feel beautiful too. Like, I had to learn how to feel beautiful. But no, they want to fuck with you. And then when you don't give in, you don't fuck with them, like, you don't do anything, you don't interact with them, they do little passive aggressive things, like walking down the aisle and trying to push their crotch into, just to fuck with you. Just because our bitches be acting weird around you and shit, like, just to fuck with you and shit. And not everyone does this. So I don't want you to think that, oh, I'm conceited and I think everyone's getting, absolutely not. But this is about mental health and therapy and shit, and I can't just say everything is rainbows and lollipops through the whole video and shit, because that doesn't make sense, because we're talking about things that other people need to work on themselves. And so because we're talking about things other people need to work on themselves, I use myself as an example, and it's going to be a lot of negative shit, because things that you need to work on tend to be negative and shit. So I know when motherfuckers are being passive aggressive and fucking weird and shit. And so being at crowded spaces like that, I can feel that energy coming from a multitude of people around me, and it's overbearing and it's overwhelming, and I do not like it. And that's why I don't like being in these large crowded spaces. But I challenge myself and do those things by myself. I do challenge myself and go to crowded spaces by myself and try to, like, enjoy myself and shit like that. But it's just like, that's another part of why I don't like sports. And so, like, I'm just gonna be me, and you better just enjoy the fact that I enjoy you, and like, let it be. Like, I don't understand why I have to like every fucking thing. Girl, absolutely not. I don't like that shit. Like I said, I grew up in a house full of women. If I was that love sports, like, and watch it all this, like the Lakers, the Raiders, the Patriots, I don't know why, the Patriots, Mike Tyson, Holyfield. Was there any other teams? Maybe the Rams. Were they around back then? I think I'm envisioning the Steelers, the Packers. Yep. Those were the teams that permeated my household. So yes, I am aware of the sports and that people like the sports, and I find them to be extremely boring, and I find football to be extremely violent, and I find boxing to be extremely violent, and I just feel like it's not going to change. So you should just be happy that I'm there. You should enjoy the fact that I came with you, that I'm supportive of you physically. And like, let it be. See, you don't like what I do like. We sat up there for 3 hours and played a video game together the other day. Like, why? I'm not gonna like everything. So, I don't know. And then lastly, we got Barbara. She played a small part in this episode. She was just up here excited because she wanted to tell one of the baseball players how to do the baseball and stuff. And I was just like, okay, girl. And then when she got in front of him, she couldn't say nothing. She was just like, hello. And I was just like, okay, girl. And like, that was the part she played. I mean, it's Barbara. It's like, she like high and mighty and shit and want to tell people what to do and think she know better than the professional baseball player and shit. And that's what she do. Like, and she tried to do it in this like way where like she literally thinks that her way is better. Like, not in like a malicious way, like, oh, like I'm the best and you suck. No, it's just like she literally thinks her way is better, and so she really wants you to know how to do it better because she thinks her way. And I get that way sometimes with stuff because I can logically see the problem and you don't want to listen. I can see where this is going to lead you, and then what I've learned to do is just allow people to fail. Even if I care about them, even if I love the shit out of them, I'm just going to allow you to fail as long as you're not going to die. As long as you're not going to die, you're not going to get raped, you're not going to get molested, shit like that, then I'm just going to allow you to fail. Like, no, you're not listening to me. And that nigga, I told you that nigga is showing behaviors to say that he's a cheater. And so you don't want to listen to me. And so the nigga is going to cheat on you. Girl, I hope you get tested. Like, I don't. Because I'm tired. You can't make people do nothing. And I get overly emotional and forceful and aggressive when I'm trying to make people see the light. And I realize that you can't, no, because then bad things happen to me. then your situation becomes my situation, and then bad things happen to me. And so no, I'm gonna tell you maybe 1 or 2 times that nigga ain't shit, and like, you don't listen to me, then it is what it is. And then eventually, if you keep coming to me talking about that nigga and you ain't doing nothing about him, I'm gonna be like, I think you should get a therapist to talk to about this nigga, because I can't handle like hearing these horror stories that you're telling me. It's triggering me in my nervous system every single time you open your mouth to say some shit, and not hearing like what you're doing to like get away from this. And so because you're not doing anything to get away, even just going to therapy, like if you came and you was telling me shit that you was talking to your therapist about and what your therapist has said about it and ways that you're going to implement that, then that would be one thing. But you telling me literal horror stories and it's making me want to snap and make this nigga disappear, and I'm not going to jail for nobody except for my kids. And so I'm gonna need you to stop talking about this with me. I'm gonna see, I explained it, and this is like, either you have enough empathy and care for how you're affecting people around you, or you don't. Like, I'm really supposed to know. Like, you're like, I feel like I'm gonna have a panic attack every time you open your mouth about this nigga and how he's horrible and evil and does horrible and evil things to you. Like, I don't have it. And I stand firm on that boundary. I don't care. So, like, she's not, like, malicious and shit. She's not, like, I tell you what to do and you do it type shit. It's more like she genuinely believes that she know, like, she was standing up there like on the kiss cam trying to talk to that nigga, and like, but then when she got up to him, she was overwhelmed by the power of celebrity or some shit. I don't know. No, because when you work with people that got money, people that don't got money, when you go around the world and you meet people and you talk to people, everybody's just people at a certain point. And so, like, I don't, like, there's only a few people that I probably stammer over There's probably the very few people that I would just like not say anything to and act like they're not in the room, as far as celebrities go, just because I'm too overwhelmed by their presence to involve myself with. But like, it's not a lot, and it's on one hand. I can count on one hand the people, and like, that's just because of the energy that they bring into the space that I feel through the situation when they be on the television and shit. But like, most people, they're just people. So like, when she couldn't say anything, I understood it. Like, if there was somebody that I really, really, really enjoyed their presence and their energy, I would probably be like that too. Maybe. It just depends. It depends. I don't know. I don't know. But like, it was just funny how she was talking all that shit and then couldn't say nothing. That's all I say. All that to say. That's funny how she was talking all that shit and was on the kiss cam, was screaming down like he could hear her, like he could, because they were closed, so she's screaming down like he could hear her and shit, and like, get up to the nigga, can't say shit. And I was just like, well, that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. But no, this was a cute little episode, little slice of life. This was the baseball game slice of life episode. Because they be having the beach episode, the field trip episode. No, you gotta watch slice of life anime. Like, the one I'm watching now that I really like is called what's it called? It's called Solo Camping for Two. I wish that they were closer in age though. Like, the dude's like 34 and the girl's like 20. It's gross, but like, basically you learn about camp shit and like survival tips for out in the wilderness and stuff. And they like met each other camping, and she didn't know nothing about camping. So basically, the dude's like a solo camper, and he camps by himself and shit. And so like, she came up on him one day and was like, I want you to teach me how to camp. And so basically, like, he taught her how to camp that day, but then he was like, I only do solo camping, so I don't want to like hang out with you or nothing. But she just barged her way into his life and is like making him hang out with her, and it's called it Solo Camping for Two, where like they have two separate tents. They meet up, they have two separate tents. They don't barely talk to each other, but like every time they hang out and do the camping, they always talking to each other, and they always like, and then now they like each other and shit, and it's cute. It's so cute. I just wish that like she was older. Like, it's fucking gross. Like, but that's what you're gonna get with these anime. I don't know what's going on with the Japanese culture. It's very like, the animes be given very pedophile, very like pervert and stuff sometimes, and it'd be hard to get through sometimes. It'd be like reading an Anne Rice book, and you start getting nauseated and more nauseated every fucking scene where these baby, and then you just stop reading them all together. Like, you just you just say, I can't read this. I don't know why, girl. Like, some things is just an abomination. Shit. Some shit's just an abomination and you can't fuck with it. And so like, that is a good little anime, except that she's 20 and he's 34. It's fucking gross. But check it out if you like slice of life and camping and survival skills and shit. Because it's almost the apocalypse. So any little survival mechanism technique that you can find is great. It's great. But no, like, this is my review for the week. Let me know what you thought of this episode. I thought it was cute. It's a slice of life. It is. This whole show is just like a slice of fucking life. And I know they had fun at that game. They looked like they was having fun. Maybe it is. You just gotta be there with people, and like, but then like, we would just be sitting there talking about other things and doing other activities, like, and so like, is that it? I'm having a revelation. It's just something to do outside the house, and then there's a game going on, and then like, when it gets good, you just like, pay attention to the game, and then when it's like boring time, you just talk to each other, because And that's like how it's supposed to go? Or like, are you watching it all the way through and like not taking your eyes off of it? Because that's what I thought people were doing. So like, that's what it looks like the crowd is doing in all these games. They're just sitting there watching and not talking. So is that it? Like, you talk to each to the people you came with and you interact. Oh, maybe that'd be. See, the shit you realize and shit. Oh, it feels like my brain is doing some weird shit. Let me get off of here. I think I did something to my brain. Let me know what you thought about this situation and later days.